Of new graduation requirements in Louisiana is not sitting well with some who say it's a step backwards.
Live from Acadiana, your local news leader, this is Passe Partout.
Good morning to you, and I thank you for joining us. The man convicted of 20-year-old John Torres's Broussard's murder is facing life in prison for selling her fentanyl-laced drugs. Broussard's father and brother now dedicating their lives to preventing more deaths. And here's News 10's Britt LaFaso.
We are about saving lives in John Torres's name. And every time a life is saved in her name, I say, hi, honey. I say, hi, baby.
Jesus said that there's no greater love than this, to lay down one's life for a friend. John Torres's life now has meaning.
Jean Terrace Broussard's father and brother say her spirit was in the courtroom Thursday when the jury found the man who sold her fentanyl-laced drugs guilty of her murder.
This verdict will resonate through the state. And the message to every drug dealer, everyone thinking about dealing that poison in this state, they just need to stop.
With a second-degree murder charge, Damian Bernard is now facing the rest of his life in prison. John Terrace's father says there will be more verdicts like this one for dealers who sell fentanyl.
If you come into this state and intend on dealing fentanyl, you will face a life sentence. Risk life imprisonment for $90. Just stop.
Again, that was Britt LaFaso reporting there. John Torres's father also helped pass Jaja's Law this year. With his passage, the family of anyone who dies of unintentional fentanyl poisoning has a right to sue a foreign state, including the Mexican drug cartel. New information for you this morning. The Louisiana Workforce Commission says the state is once again at its lowest ever unemployment rate. Federal information shows the unemployment rate is just over 3%, which ties with August of this year for the lowest in history. Now, the number of unemployed individuals is nearly 68,000, with 30 consecutive months of job growth and nearly 280,000 new jobs since the pandemic. Meanwhile, a change in graduation requirements could be coming to Louisiana high school students. The new requirements are proposed by the Board of Elementary and Secondary Education. The policy change would allow for an appeal process if a student does not pass the required LEAP test needed to graduate. The appeal process includes a 60 hours of remediation, taking the test again, and improving employability. The controversy surrounding proposed changes to graduation requirements are generating heated reactions from the Board of Elementary and Secondary Education. The board presented its proposal to lower graduation standards for high school students, and it passed by a vote of 6-5. Now the proposal will go to the Legislative Oversight Committee and the governor for further review. Bessie board member Ronnie Morris says he does not see how the plan will benefit Louisiana high schools.
I think it's bad public policy. You're going to give a high school diploma, a Louisiana high school diploma, to a student with a 7th grade math proficiency, and then wish them good luck to go find a job.
So Morris says the board should be working on the solution to the problem, not looking for a shortcut around it. The state legislature will decide on the policy next week, and that will be in a special committee meetings. And staying with education for you this morning, Vermilion Parish school officials want to upgrade their metal detectors. News 10's Rodriguez Taylor spoke with the superintendent about how it would increase school safety.
At Abbeville High School, they have open gate metal detectors. Vermilion Parish Superintendent Tommy Baller says having these in place is one way they will increase school safety. Byler says all of the middle and high schools have metal detectors in the entrance of the schools. Board members will be accepting bids for a third set of metal detectors during the meeting. Byler says they would be upgrading to an open gate metal detector, which has a weapon detection system. He says it would increase their capabilities. In addition, being that the metal detectors are portable, they can be used at athletic functions.
Anything that we can do to increase school safety, you know, it's not a foolproof system, but any extra measures that we can take, obviously, you know, the safety and well-being of our students is always an utmost priority.
The school board meeting is scheduled for Thursday night. In Abbeville, Rodrika Taylor, KLFY News 10.
Now to the Rice Festival, continuing today and tomorrow. Yesterday, KLFY had the privilege of attending the festival in Crawley. The Rice Festival is one of Louisiana's oldest and largest agricultural festivals. The celebration is held to honor the rice industry and its hardworking farmers. The festival will last throughout the weekend for you with great food, a fun rides, and amazing entertainment. Here's News 10's Jasmine Dean talking economic impact.
We estimate over the 3-day weekend that we have about 300,000 people that come through the city of Crowley.
Known as the rice capital of America, Crowley Mayor Chad Monso says there's nothing like the Rice Festival. The amount of people coming into town to eat, shop, and have a good time helps bring in revenue for the city. Rhonda Bussey, the owner of Rudolph's Bakery, says she tends to get more foot traffic during the festival.
We get more foot traffic as far as people that are coming in to get big items or a lot of items. That kind of slows down during the Rice Festival, but we have a lot of people coming in to get one or two things, you know, so we do kind of slow down per se, but we still have a lot of people coming in to get things.
Monso says the 3-day event shows how important rice is to the city and the people who live there. He says it takes a lot to put something like this together. That's why planning it takes almost a year. He says it couldn't get done without the volunteers and the sponsors who make it happen.
We have a festival for just about anything. Gumbo, boudin, jambalaya. But you know what? You can't have any of those festivals without rice.
How did I know he was going to say that, Trevor Son? Yeah, that was Jasmine Dean reporting there. A great story. And the weather is great.
Yeah, a little hot outside. Really
Yeah.
not feeling like the Rice Festival because we're sitting in the upper 80s again today. But just make sure you drink that water out there if you are going, because it's going to be hot later on this afternoon. Let's take a look at our Sky 10 camera, and it's showing clear skies and a few cars out there on this early Saturday morning. Temperatures in the lower 60s, 63 in Lafayette, 57 in New Iberia, 53 in Opelousas. So it is cool out there. Satellite radar shows clear skies, and we'll see mostly sunny skies for today. But for tomorrow, looks like some cloud cover will begin to move into the area as we start to get more of a southwesterly flow aloft. Now, temperatures rising through the 60s and 70s very quickly, and then into the 80s. We'll be in the upper 80s later on this afternoon. Future track shows these clouds continuing to move through, but especially for tomorrow. I'll call it partly sunny for tomorrow. Could actually see a few isolated showers through the week ahead, about 10% chance of a shower each and every day, as we have a moisture conduit and a southwesterly flow coming in, really bringing in that moisture from the Gulf of Mexico and from the southwestern portions of the Gulf. So temperatures in the 50s this morning. We rise into the upper 80s later on this afternoon, in the 60s for tonight, and then for tomorrow in the upper 80s once again. So here's the southerly winds coming in, the southwesterly winds through tomorrow. That's why that moisture will be moving in. So it looks like humidity levels will be increasing for the day tomorrow and through Monday. Here's what it looks like. Drier air for now, but notice the green showing up for tomorrow, and this moisture continues to increase across the region through Monday and Tuesday. Could see some rainfall across Texas. I don't think we see a lot of rainfall across Acadiana. I'll only say about 10 to 20% through the early parts of next week. But then that moisture works to the east here for Wednesday and Thursday. We have a front that will try to move into eastern Texas, but it looks like it may not move all the way through, but it could give us a few isolated showers, I think, on Thursday. So Thursday may be our highest day of rain chance Here's the upper level situation. We have one trough moving out. We still have northwesterly flow for now, but watch how quickly this changes. Now we have more of a southwesterly flow, an energetic southwesterly flow as well through Monday and Tuesday. Moisture coming from the Gulf and the Eastern Pacific moving into the area. Here's trough number 1. This moves in on Thursday, and here's why the front won't be strong enough to move through, because notice we have more of a southwesterly flow. We need that strong northwesterly flow that we were seeing a week ago to really drive a front through here, but we're not seeing that. So we're seeing the southwesterly flow, so this front will sort of run out of gas here before making it into the area. Our next strong trough looks to be moving across the western portions of the country by the end of next week. So in the tropics, we have Hurricane Tammy continuing to move off to the north now, moving through the Lesser Antilles Islands. The good news, it looks like it will continue to head off to the north and then possibly pass through the U.S. Virgin Islands and then continue to work off to the north across the open waters of the Atlantic. So 88 your high today, mostly sunny and warm, a southwesterly breeze at 2 to 8 miles per hour. 7-day forecast has very warm temperatures ahead with partly sunny skies. Upper 80s Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, mid 80s Wednesday and Thursday, and slight rain chances in the forecast, but only 10 to 20% through the end of the week.
All right.